guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. In this video, I want to take some time to quickly reflect on my 2023 and talk about how this year went for me. And in order to do that, I'm going to be using the journal entries that I did today. And I want to answer 3 questions I want to be answering in this video are: what I'm most proud of for myself in 2023, what moments of pure joy did I experience in 2023, and when did I feel the worst this year? And the thing this year that I'm incredibly proud of is the amount of self-love I was able to have this year. Because before this year, I had like a lot of self-hatred towards myself, and that was like my main motivator. And the reason why I had a lot of the self-hatred, I kind of learned this year, is because like growing up, the people and friends that surrounded me kind of used me to boost their own self-esteem by talking down on me and making me feel bad about myself. And the way that I protected myself is that I started hating myself, because that way, no matter what negative things they said about me, if I hated myself more than that, they could never hurt me. Upon doing like a lot of inner self-work, I realized that self-hate is actually a messed up form of love that I have for myself, because its purpose was to protect me from other people. And I'm also proud of the fact that I was able to distance myself from those toxic friends that I talked about a bit earlier, and like accept that just because they want to hang out with me, if I don't want to hang out with them, I don't have to. That realization is like, sometimes someone will text me, be like, hey, do you want to hang out? It's been a while. And then I would just be like, no, I don't want to hang out. I wouldn't say like that to them, but I would basically just be like, yeah, I'm busy. Whatever. I didn't have to hang out with them if I didn't want to. And the fact that I was able to set those boundaries for myself is something that I am proud of. I said that I felt the worst when I started journaling. And it's kind of weird because I journal all the time now. Like every time before I sleep, I just write down what I did in the day. So the reason why I answered the prompt like this is because when I originally started journaling, it was like I think I was surrounded by a lot of those toxic friendships. And before, I would like always blame myself. Again, that's like the self-hate I talked about earlier. I would blame myself because it gave me a sense of control, or if this is my fault, that means I could protect myself, right? So when I started journaling and just writing down all the horrible ways people treated me, like sometimes people would talk about their plans that had nothing to do with me in front of me, and I would blame myself, being like, if you were cooler, if you were more, if you were more interesting, then people would include you in their plans. When it was just a toxic thing to do, to like talk about your plans in front of someone. And I know like a lot of times people made fun of me, and I would blame myself for not being good enough. I would mess up in the sense of like I would say something dumb, and people would laugh at that after. Like I'm fine if people laugh at me saying something dumb, but like they kept doing that after like time passed from that thing. So it made me feel like inferior, and there's a lot of shame around that. But I felt bad when I started writing all that down, because all that pent up emotion that I haven't expressed, when it came up, I spent the whole night, the first time I journaled, I cried so much. Like I spent the whole night crying, and it's been like a year since I cried like that in that point. Or maybe 2 or 3 years. I haven't cried like that in a long time. And I just like, all the emotions kept flowing through me. And because I started journaling, I started talking to those friends that treated me like that. And then those friendships had to come to an end, whether it was by me or by them or whatever. And I think one of the worst times is losing those friendships in that year. However, I am really glad I lost those friendships, because those people were incredibly toxic to me, and I didn't deserve to be treated by the way they treated me. And at that time, it felt horrible, but now I'm glad. And I just started this section off by saying I get lots of joy by watching anime. Specifically, Jujutsu Kaisen. That part is a lie. Shibuya incident is not going so well. They kill everyone. No, they don't. That's a spoiler. Everyone lives in Shibuya. Totally. Okay, anyways, going back on topic. And I also enjoyed watching Spy X Family because I was in awe of the animation. I recently watched the new Ghibli movie that was going on. And the animation, just like there was this part where everything was being destroyed, and I was just like mesmerized. And I also got lots of joy by listening to music. And I also discovered that I like new genres of music this year, like K-pop. And I also like listening to like highly energetic type musics. I get joy creating content, I get joy running, and I get joy like getting gifts from my friends who value me. Emphasis on that. Friends who value me and I value them. Before, I didn't care if they valued me, I would get them gifts anyways. But now I want to make sure that they value me. I have to know that. And I value them for me to get a gift. So that's like progress I made. And lastly, I really have joy spending time with friends, and I really cannot express with words how much I love them, like as friends, like who spend time to listen to my problems, who spend time to hang out with me, because after going through so many years of never having friends that like prioritize my feelings, my wants, my desires, or they wouldn't really think about how I would feel about something, and they would always kind of make fun of me after being surrounded by friends like those. After cutting them out, like the friendships I have where I could feel like my wants and desires are put like as a priority when we're hanging out, it makes me like really happy and cherished that I have those friends, and I'm really glad that I spent time with those people. And it just makes me like really happy. And yeah, okay, yeah, this video is getting a little weird. So I'm gonna end it right now. But yeah, I hope you enjoyed. I hope you could get some reflection. And this video is like 9 minutes long. So yeah, it's a long video. Bye.
There ain't nowhere left to hide behind. Time no longer flew like it was when the flash froze everything.